Okay, stand by. Here we go. All right, I believe we are live. What is up, GR crew? Welcome to the after show with Casey Lichtide. We were just talking before we went live here. You might have caught the tail end of it, depending on when this live clicked on. But Casey was telling us that you tried to ship the trophy, but it was going to cost how much to ship that home instead of flying with it?
Over $200.
That is ridiculous.
Yes, I know. I was like, I cannot believe a box and shipping would cost that much.
$200.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Casey pointed out, she's like, I could have bought a plane ticket for that. And I'm like, yes, don't ship for that. Okay, so we have Casey for a couple of minutes here for our after show. We appreciate everyone, Patreon supporters. Thank you so much. Again, go grab your GR crew gear. It is the post just before this post. Go pre-order now. The pre-order will close on November 17th, and then stuff will not be available. So the beanies are going to sell out first. The head wraps, those are 2 limited quantity items.
Yep.
T-shirts and hoodies. Order as many as you need. But yes, get them now. Let's get to some of these live questions. If you do have live questions as we do this after show, jump into the live chat for this show, which just click anywhere on this video screen, and you'll go over to the YouTube page, jump into that chat room, ask away. But let's get to what we got so far.
Yeah, a question from Randy in the chat room. Randy says, Casey, last year you had to qualify to get into Western States. This year you are automatically in. How does this change your training since you do not need a qualifying race? I think he was talking about the golden ticket race that you had to go for last year.
It was like after Javelina, I was like, whoa, now what? Like I'm taking a break for training. And then I was like, now I really got to just think of how I want to build up to Western States next year. I don't have to, race for a ticket. So I kind of probably will go like with my standbys of like, hopefully get into Lake Sonoma, Silver State, kind of build up Memorial Weekend. So it's going to feel more comfortable again of that, not pressure of having to get that golden ticket.
We'd love to see you at Lake Sonoma because I am also going to try and get in this year as well.
Yay!
We'll also extend the very special Golden Evergreen branch to join Tiger Claw if you wanted to come run something really unique on.
When is that?
May 2nd. We're shooting for May 2nd. We can talk about it off camera. We'll But I am offering a Golden Evergreen branch.
Pine cone?
Pine cone. Golden pine cone. It's the golden pine cone.
Let's see. Question from Jordan in the chat room. Jordan says, Casey, what has to change mentally for the average person to go from surviving an ultra to racing an ultra?
It's really a matter of choice in what you want to put into the race. So if you're going into the race thinking that I just need to complete it, that's great. I mean, that's what a lot of us do. And that's where I started. And then once you get that confidence of building up, the distance and knowing that your body and everything can handle it, then you can start turning on that competitive spirit of like, okay, I finished a 50K last year or, whenever at X amount of time, maybe I'm going to try to push it a little harder or get an age division award or something like that. And once you get that confidence, you can start being more competitive.
That's good advice.
Yeah. Question from A2B2 in the chat room. They asked, you previously mentioned that Subway is your go-to pre-race meal because it's everywhere. Do you have any other traveling tips for success when going to races?
If you have like pre-race food or anything like that that you know that you need, bring it. Like put it on your carry-on, check it. I always take my snacks. Like I'm always afraid that I'm going to get there and like we won't get to our hotel for like 2 or 3 hours. So I'm like, I got to have snacks to make sure. And like for me, I have, a pre-race meal, like the breakfast. I always like to have something with me that I take in case I don't, know where anything is there. So just kind of pre-plan those things.
That is like my biggest fault. Every time we travel to a race is not planning for the snacks. Because if you get on a plane, you never really order the food on the plane. It's always too expensive. Airport's food is too expensive. And sometimes I don't trust airport food. I think Alex Varner had a question recently of like airport burrito or airport turkey sandwich. And I remember just like, ooh, is neither an option? So just bringing snacks along is so smart and so simple.
I'm always like very proud of myself when I actually do have snacks on the plane.
Say like we did it.
Yeah.
I think we had one snack or something to Phoenix or on the way back or something. And I remember being like, We're proud.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
snacks.
You don't have to wait for the crackers to come by.
Yeah.
Can I have 3 bags of pretzels?
I'm really hungry.
Sure, fine. You paid $600 for this plane
Yeah,
ticket. Might as well.
exactly. Another question from Randy in the chat room. Randy says, your mom has turned into quite the runner. Any chance of a first-time mom and daughter duo running and finishing at Western States?
I am pushing her into putting her name in the lottery, so she is going to do that. And I would be so like, that would be a lifetime dream to happen if she actually got in and we got to run it.
If that is something that happens, I would love to chat with you about bringing a camera along or something, because part of me is like, wow, how cool would that be? Because your mom seems just as badass as you are. Like, you're so awesome. You and I can talk about that off camera. That is not something I want to say. Like, what do you think about this?
Yes.
Don't think about it, but you and I can talk about it. If that happens, obviously that would be just such a cool thing to be able to show the world. Anyways.
Let's see here. Jesse in the chat room says, during Javelina, once you flipped the switch and went into beast mode, did you do anything differently for nutrition to keep from bonking?
That's really funny, because on my way back is mile 70 something, I had like not ate much the last few aid stations, and I started getting, like, I could tell I was getting hypoglycemia. Like, I was getting shaky, and like I was like, oh my gosh, my blood sugar's crashing bad, and I didn't want to eat still, and I forced myself, because I know if you don't, obviously it's going to turn bad.
Right.
So I like choked down 2 gels at that point, and like they did not sit pretty, but I was like, you know what? I have to do that because I know I need it. And once I did that, like 15 minutes in, I felt so much better. And so then I just kept telling myself, you've got to stay on top of that nutrition, no matter how bad it sucks, how bad you don't feel like eating or drinking, you got to get the calories in order to be able to run. And I always will remember the saying that Rock Horton told me. He said, you have to eat to win or you won't finish, basically. Like, you eat to run, you eat to win. So that's just as much as important as running.
Taking it from an old expert there too. Obviously that guy knows what's going on. Do you have one more question? Sorry. My throat just like closed up all of a sudden. You know, normal.
I can get you some airport water for that.
Airport water?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That sounds tasty.
Maybe can we know what shoes you ran in for Javelina?
I stayed in one pair, and that was the Hoka Torrents. I love those shoes. They're my go-to for all trail racing.
And was it any new version, any new prototype, or was it the classic version 1?
Just the same one that everybody can buy.
Sweet. Yeah, I remember reviewing them. I still have my pair. They're just great solid trail shoes. They're not overbuilt. They're not, too heavy. They're got plenty of cushioning, plenty of responsiveness. I love that shoe. I hope they don't change it. Tell Mr. Hoka One not to change it.
I know. I love it because it's lighter and it feels like you can really like grip and run fast in them. That's what I love about shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I need to try them.
They're great. I don't think you have a pair, right? No,
never tried them. No.
Casey, thank you for taking the time tonight to join us. We just love having you on the show. I can't wait to have her back on the show.
I know.
Because it's going to be some amazing story. I know it.
And thank you for sharing your story. I feel like your story it's relatable to anyone going through whatever running journey they are, as not necessarily just somebody that's elite. It's inspiring. That word bugs me because we throw it around all the time, but it is inspiring, and we appreciate you being open and sharing with us.
Truly.
Thank you so much for having me on. It means a lot to me.
Of course, you got it. Take care of that trophy. Don't let the dogs get to it.
They're scared of her.
Oh, yeah. It's like, who is this new person you brought into our house? And why does she not talk? Why is she so small? A big, huge, wonderful thank you to our guest tonight, Casey Lichtai. You all know what to do, Patreon supporters. You are such wonderful humans. You know exactly what to do. Follow her on social. Thank her for being on the show. Our wonderful guest, Casey Lichtai. That's it. Get out there, train hard, race hard, party hardest. We'll see y'all next week. We might have some stuff to post this week for Patreon, but go get the gear. Get the gear, because I want to make sure everyone gets it if they can. It's just great quality stuff. We're partnering with Territory Run on it, which is always really good. The t-shirts are super comfy. That's it. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.